Heyo, and welcome on back to Alan Wake 2, the final draft. I think. I don't know if I should continue or not. Yeah, I have 0 minutes played on the final draft because I started up and I'm like, oh yeah, there is like scenes and imagery of a man with full frontal nudity. Fair warning, not immediately, but it will come up and it will be censored, sorry to say. I know, you're just craving that full frontal nudity from a dead old man. And I'm sorry I can't provide it for you. If you want to play Alan Wake 2, you can purchase it wherever you purchase games, I presume. Anyway, yeah, I figured, instead of actually live streaming it like I did the first time I played Alan Wake and just had my whole video demonetized because, you just play in the game and all of a sudden, oh, wow, that is, some male genitalia. And there's nothing wrong with that. Not necessarily what I wanted to see. I wanted to see Alan Wake's face, wanted to see all the new characters, wanted to see the fun combination of real life live action like film or video combined with the medium of video games with 3D rendered character models and what have you and environments and having the a real life location filmed overlaid on top of a video game to create this like interesting effect. That's what I kind of got Alan Wake 2 for. I was like, ooh, this is going to be visually interesting. And I was just like, oh yeah, here's a penis. And it's like, all right, okay, Alan Wake 2, I'm with you. Hey, listen, all right. Most other games I'd be like, oh, yeah, can you believe it? Distasteful. But Alan Wake 2, it gets a pass from me, But to be fair, that's how I feel about any nudity, Like, you can have nudity, but it has to be done in an interesting way. Or a way that at the very least serves the story or has some kind of purpose to it. And I couldn't tell you what the purpose of it is, but there is a purpose nonetheless. And what's the purpose of this intro? I don't know, various things. I hope that the little 3-second warning or whatever for photosensitivity lets you know that, hey, you probably shouldn't watch this video because, like, if you suffer from photosensitivity issues, because it's very funny how the game does it, where it's like, hey, photosensitivity warning, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll be sure to look out for that, and then you hit X and it flashbangs you. But anyway, figured I would do a playthrough on nightmare mode for the final draft. I played on hard mode the first time I played, and do I regret that decision? Somewhat, but also not really. I don't know. I found this game to not be particularly that hard, which was interesting when I saw other people play it and other people like get involved with the game.
To the beginning,
because some people struggled, and I was surprised about it.
Fast. But while it lingers, I know there's hope.
We're
not doomed to repeat our failures in an eternal loop. This is a spiral.
Ah, okay. So the final draft does change up the intro, because that's not the same intro. That's not what Mr. Alan Wake here says at the beginning of Alan Wake 2 normally.
Said, beyond the shadow you settle for, there is a miracle illuminated. I will not settle for a shadow. I'll find the miracle through the night.
Ooh, yeah, I'm really interested to see what's different about the final draft, because like what I've heard, and I haven't heard that much.
It's not just victims and monsters.
There we go.
Heroes as well.
All right.
We can find our way through the darkness. We will break through the surface. We will emerge into the light.
Oh man. Those are some great visuals, and I don't know, I really enjoyed that, because like that was like one of the first things I said when I started Alan Wake 2. He's like, in horror stories there are only two people, monsters and victims, and it's like, what are you talking about, Alan Wake? No, they're not. No, there are not. And yep, here we go. I wasn't fucking around. Oh yeah, also full. What's the opposite of frontal? Complete backside nudity as well. for your enjoyment, for your pleasure. Also, not gonna lie to you, when I first played this game, I thought this might have been Alan Wake. I really did. I was like, is this Alan Wake? Is this what's happened to him over the years? Because I will say, while I do appreciate Alan Wake's long hair, he's been in that lake for like 12 years. His hair should be longer. I haven't cut my hair in like 2 or 3 years, so my hair is way longer than his. So is my beard, which my beard I've been letting not... I've been letting that grow for maybe like a year or 2 years. I don't know. It's been a while. It's been a long time since I started just letting my hair grow and not cutting it, because this crazy thing called COVID happened, and I was like, oh man, you know what I realized that I hate doing? I hate going to barbershops. I hate having to get a haircut. So I'm just never going to get my hair cut again. And I haven't looked back since, you know? And eventually I even stopped cutting my own beard. Silly Alan Wake trying to get me with a jump scare. That's also a really funny thing about this game. Like, do the jump scares get you? Because the jump scares obviously do not get me at all. Like, I tend to find them a little bit silly, you know? Because, like, at least with, say, something like Dead Space, where none of the jump scares got me in that game either, at least there's, like, an enemy typically associated with the jump scares. Meanwhile, with Alan Wake 2, it's just like, ha! And it's like, oh, whoa, you got me. Oh, God, I'm so scared. Also, do you think that guy's, like, a reference to the first game? Because, like, in the first game, Alan Wake's like driving around and he crashes his car like a fucking idiot. But that's what we love about Alan Wake, folks, don't we? We love that he's a big old fucking idiot. But he crashes his car and then like some axe guy comes out and gets him. And he's like, "You're nothing without your editor, Alan Wake. You're nobody. I'm gonna kill you with an axe, Alan Wake." And it's very funny that the first enemy you see is somebody with an axe. Now, they're not the same kind of person. Because I think the first guy in the game is like Stucky, or like some guy who runs an establishment. Man, I will say that's so interesting that when you first see that, you think it's a car, but it's not a car. And you guys aren't going to get me that easily. It's going to take a little bit more than that to catch me. Nightingale, Special Agent, FBI. FBI Special Agent? How does that go? Ah! That's a tough break for them. Again, I'm just saying, you see a nude man walking around and you're like, oh, we gotta get out of here, and then you don't get out of there? What are you doing? But yeah, I do find it to be a bit fascinating that with, are the Cult of the Tree doing a good thing? Because, like, to me, it seems like Nightingale's not infected by the darkness. Like, somehow, some way, he managed to get out of it. Like, I mean, obviously, it's affected him, but, you know, it hasn't, like, fully taken him over. Yet. That's the thing, is that, yeah, it hasn't done it yet, which is interesting. Yeah. Ilka, Billy, and Matthew Portua, or I don't know how to say his name. James McCafferty.
I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work
Oh,
stuff.
what a funny thing to
Well,
say,
Dad and I are
man.
just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here.
Like,
Mom,
I
it's
don't know
so
if
good.
my parents were like
No
FBI agents, I'd be like,
spoilers.
oh, it's okay that
I'll
people
let you
get
get
all
back to the
murdery,
show.
you know,
You
you
were
gotta
supposed to
make them
wait
not
and watch
murdery
with
anymore.
me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi
Aw.
to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo.
Man, this game does look fantastic.
Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
Wow. Also, I do find this to be kind of interesting. That, like... Yeah.
Here we are.
I know, because
Cauldron Lake.
maybe I'm wrong about this, but I usually perceive, like, partners as being, like, equal parties, you know? Like, sure, there might be, like, a lead, where it's like, oh yeah, you're gonna be, like, the main guy in charge, but usually, like, I would say if you're, like, if you have two people, they're
A
usually,
deputy
like,
was supposed to be here
equal
to show
say,
us to the
you
crime
know?
scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
The most disappointing thing about this game, I can't turn the camera around and look at the character faces. The map.
You're the one who wanted to switch.
I think I hear someone.
I'm not walking all the way back
Could
down.
be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Wait, hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents
Also,
right
it's
here,
a-
Thornton.
It's alright, Mulligan.
My
You don't have to
partner,
explain,
Thornton,
like, you literally just
down
said
at
that
the
Sheriff
crime
Breaker
scene.
said that Alex Casey was
It's not
coming to
what you
take
call the
over.
sharpest axe in the shed.
So when he sees Alex Casey, you're like, oh, Alex Casey, you're in charge? Alright. And again, I find it weird to be like, oh, I guess you're in charge of this case, detective. But, I mean, I guess somebody has to be in a video game, right? Because one of you is going to be the player character and one of you is not. Unless it's like a co-op game where you can swap between the two characters. But yeah, any witnesses?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night. Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell him I'm here waiting. I'll show him around.
They got it, Thornton.
I will say I didn't notice that like this is like closed off by the FBC. Just like immediately the game's
Before we
like,
get to the
oh yeah,
crime scene, there's time to review
this
the
is
facts
a
of the case so
control
far.
related game.
Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly. The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I mean, there's really nothing to do here, huh? Talk to someone. Man. Yeah, I wonder if there's like anything you can check out like immediately. Oh, look at this. I'm missing one song, huh? I wonder what's the one song I'm missing. Yeah, so yeah, since this is like New Game Plus essentially, do I have all the previous stuff? I have all the previous songs, but yeah, I might not have the videotapes and the what you call them. I can't pet the deer. Okay. I don't. The deer freaked me out the
See,
first
you're
time I
already
played.
hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Too much sky. That's your problem? There's too much sky in nature?
Hey, Casey. You
What the
putting me in
fuck is wrong
charge.
with you?
Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
Oh man. Also, yeah. Look at that gazebo. Huh. I, honestly, one thing I'm gonna try to look out for is like possible like references to the first game. Cause yeah, I don't think. Yeah, rental cabins. Yeah, but like the gazebo here kind of reminds me of like when you go to like the lake house, or not the lake house, but the lodging house, like the place that's like originally was like a resort area that's now been turned into like a impromptu mental asylum with Dr. Hartman. Like when you come out of there, you go to a gazebo and you have a little boss fight there. Hmm. Rampage at the rental cabins. Unidentified man attacks vacationers in the dead of night. Sunday, an idyllic evening of barbecuing and late night fishing was violently disrupted Saturday as a mysterious assailant attacked park visitors, causing chaos and destruction. I don't know why, but typos in games always like get to me. I always find them interesting because it's like, do you think that's intentional? Do you think they meant to like type in the I either as like possibly a pun or like a reference or something, or is it like a genuine mistake by the writers, or is it meant to be a mistake in the newspaper? I don't know, because like I was thinking about that with Oxenfree. If you don't know about Oxenfree, I would highly recommend possibly checking it out. A little indie game. I think it's like free on Netflix. You can play it on your damn phone if you want to. Uh, if you have Netflix, at least. But if you also have Netflix and you have a phone, you can play Into the Breach. And I'm not saying it's a better game, but like that's a game I would rather be playing. Like, oh, I got some downtime out in the world. I'm gonna pull up Into the Breach and I'm gonna play a little bit. But yeah, it's like there were like typos in that game, but then like everything there is like written on a typewriter. So it's like if you mess up on a typewriter, you can't really like go back and change it. Like you kind of just gotta like deal with that now. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a genuine typo on part of the writers, or maybe it's intentionally there. Anyway, sorry, little bit of little bit of a side note. I don't know. Sorry, this video is like gonna be boring. Kind of my intention for it is this is essentially a live stream, but I'm allowed to take breaks. You know, where it's like, okay, I'm gonna pause for a minute, but it's just gonna be me raw, unedited, playing Alan Wake 2, the final draft. In case you haven't picked up on that already. Anyway, causing chaos and destruction at the cabins. The incident left 3 people injured, one of which has been admitted to the county hospital. As to whether the attacker is still at large, Bright Falls police have yet to make an official statement, leaving local residents in a state of uncertainty. Witnesses to the crime was visibly shaken, one of whom stated, "One minute we were laughing and toasting some marshmallows. The next we heard screaming coming up from the cabins. We didn't know what was going on, so we called the police and started running in the opposite direction," said Kurt Mill. Another eyewitness, who preferred to remain anonymous, said, "It's like he appeared out of nowhere. Suddenly my dog starts barking his head off and this psycho guy comes crashing through the trees. Don't think I'll ever feel safe in the forest again." A representative from the rental cabins who chose to remain anonymous wanted to remind customers, if you have plans to stay in our lovely cabins after the summer, please get in touch with us as we may need to rejigger some of our reservations based on the state of the cabin that you have rented with us. Sorry, you know, like, I, I've not heard that word in forever. But also, I've never seen like "re" in front of that word. You know, like if anything, I immediately think of like jury rigging. Like that's something, and that kind of makes sense. But like rearrange, re anything, but no, rejigger. That is a weird word. Because I've definitely heard it before, but I've not heard anyone ever at any point. I've certainly never heard anyone use it in real life, but I definitely haven't seen it in a very long time in almost anything. Anyway, we may need to readjust some of the reservations based on the state of the cabin that you have rented with us. The representatives went on to further remind future and potential guests of the wonderful amenities that can be found in their company's brochures and on the website, which is real nice, state of the art. My nephew made it, and he's a real computer whiz. That's cute. Oh man. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So yeah, these are all the little bonus articles. Hmm. Okay. All right. I'm gonna read them all. So if you're not into me reading, I suggest you skip ahead. Hmm. Yeah, that's a scam. Ugh. I don't know. I just got a text. I'm like, oh, a text? What's going on? If somebody's texting me, something must have surely gone wrong. And it's one of those scam things of like, you have an automatic charge for this amount of money. If this wasn't you, then please go ahead and go to this shady link to cancel it. It's like, listen, buddy, if I get a charge that I didn't do, I'm talking to my fucking bank about it. All right, I'm not going to your fucking website that you texted me about. Don't text me, motherfucker. Anyway, sorry about that. I don't know. I got a shitty phone number. Like, oh yeah, I was like, I forgot why I changed phone numbers. I remember it's because I used to have a Florida phone number because I lived in Florida, and then upon moving away from Florida to somewhere else, it's like you can't get like insurance or whatever, or like you can't get benefits if you have like a Florida phone number, because like Florida is a shithole fucking hellscape where like insurance rates are through the fucking roof because it's filled with like old people, degenerates, and like people coming for vacation in like Disney and all the various other places. So it's like you want to not have a Florida phone number. And so because of that, I got some phone number from, I don't even want to say the guy's name, but I know the guy's name because it's like I'm gonna say Jeremy. That's not the actual name. It was like, hey Jeremy, I'm here contacting you. Like I've gotten people who thought I was either Jeremy or Jeremy, your phone number, and I'm like, fuck me. Why did I get this fucking asshole's number who gave it out like candy? Ugh. Anyway, sorry. Uh. Now, anyway, uh. Does a hike a day keep depression away? It might be bright, sunny July, but it's never too soon to start worrying about the gloomy months of autumn ahead. That's right. In the grand scheme of life, those dead, depressing days are just around the corner. Have you been taking your vitamin D? Probably not. But for all you thinking, there's got to be another way, there's good news. Hiking has been proven to be incredibly beneficial to your mental and emotional health. So get on out there and do it. Just don't forget a flashlight in case it gets dark. Oh, well, that's kind of nice. I mean, I do like hiking. Hiking's nice. Bright Fall's own virtual baking champ. Little Sally Upton's whole family erupted into cheers when she won the big match this weekend. Was she playing soccer? Tennis? No. In this brave new world that we live in, her family was cheering her on as she won a match in a game that exists only on the information superhighway. The game in question was Mega Baking Star, in which the players compete to make the tastiest treats and sweetest eats for their virtual judges online. Brightfall congratulates Sally on her big win. That's cute. Missing Doberman found on the trail. A heartfelt reunion took place this weekend when Mrs. Amanda Smith was reunited with her beloved dog, Coffee Bean. CB, as his owner refers to him, has been missing for 3 days, and Mrs. Smith was afraid that she would never see her best friend again. When I got a call, I couldn't believe my ears. I must have asked, "Am I dreaming?" at least 7 or 8 times. It was actually 9 times, confirmed Ranger Stevenson. Yeah, thanks, Stevenson, prick. The man responsible for finding the wayward canine. It's rare that you get to give those kinds of calls, and I feel real grateful to have had the opportunity. What with all the predators out there, usually you're telling folks that you found their dogs dead, their cats eaten, you know. And so it felt real good to give some good news. Even if Coffee Bean is in kind of rough shape, the fur will grow back, sure, but, well, I suppose that's all I should say about that. Alright. Alright, Ranger Stevenson. But that's cool. I definitely did not see that on my first playthrough. Or if I did, I certainly didn't read it. But yeah, I don't know. Also, one thing I'm going to do for this playthrough is I'm going to fucking read everything. I won't read the pages because
Be right back.
Got it.
Alan Wake tends to read those pages out loud. But, oh, look at this. Ah, intriguing. Ah, I can't get here yet.
With my bare hands.
Aw, I don't get all the bonus shit immediately. It would have been so funny on New Game Plus if you have like keys and like I forget what you get. You get like pliers or something to deal with the locks. Oh man. Oh Casey, where have you gone? There you are, Max Payne. Good to see you. Starting fires is prohibited. Please do not feed the wildlife. Raccoons may be cute, but they are not cuddly and leave no trace. Oh, man. What fun. Fun, fun, fun. Yeah,
Stairs are out.
I kind of wish we kept
okay to jump down?
pet raccoons.
I'm not that old.
Ooh. Mere Peak. Was it called this in the first game? Because I remember the mountains. It's kind of a shame you don't go to the mountains. Mountains are cool, man. Alright, if there's an Alan Wake 3, I better fucking have a damn boss fight at the top of a mountain. Because, it is on the top of a mountain where you have the final boss fight of Alan Wake 1. The mighty mountain in the distance is no other than Mere Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all its inverted glory. Fun. Alright, Casey. You and me, buddy. Friends till the end. Or whatever. Partners in... not crime? In... Partners in law. Well, that makes it sound like we're married or something, but or we're lawyers. Partners in investigations. Hmm. Yeah, hold on, Casey. I want to go check out what's
I'll
over
be back
here.
in a second.
Roger.
Hmm. Yeah, I wonder what those are, because I don't think they're quite dream catchers, but they're probably something. Ooh, look at that, man. I love a nice arch. A natural arch is pretty cool. And I love a tree that pops in. And I love a,
This can't be the right
hey,
way.
you can't go this way. You're not supposed to be going this way yet. Fine, game. I won't go that way. I'll go this way and find a lunchbox. Mortarfalls. This powerful feat of nature will revive the spirit as it does the surrounding nature. The churning, grinding waters at the bottom of the falls resemble a mortar and pestle, quite like the one the Witch of Cauldron Lake is fabled to have used to travel through the night sky. Ah. Sorry, she used a mortar and pestle to travel through the night sky? I mean, that's kind of cool, but I don't know how the fuck she did that. And then, yeah,
Is
are
that
these
a
supposed to be Easter eggs?
kid's lunchbox?
Cold
An
Casey.
Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
Hmm. Also, yeah, I kind of wanted to bring it up, but I was talking about other stuff. But like when Alan Wake in the beginning says that Thomas Zane is a fictional poet, I don't know about that because like the whole thing with Thomas Zane is that Alan Wake goes to the lodge in the cabin. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure because he goes to like the dinosaur foot or the bird. I think it's bird foot cabin, but it's like it's like a pronged foot looking thing, or isn't it called like bird leg cabin? Funnily enough, even though it is like the foot. Yeah, do bird have feet? uh, but yeah. My dad used to say, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Not sure where the tough get going, but maybe you'll find it inspiring. And then, yeah, I'm hoping that I have, like, my weapon upgrades from the previous I do. From my previous playthrough. Because, yeah, I'm going to be really surprised to find how difficult Nightmare Mode is. Casey, what
Good
are
to
you
see you still
doing?
in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
Not a
Yeah, no
bad place
shit.
to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
That's really funny.
Damn.
I want to try a little photo mode. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, camera. Don't know about all this. Effects. Oh, wow. Huh. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Let's do Bright Falls because that looks really nice. Then, film grain is at 0. Blur is at 0. Fogginess is 0. Huh. That's kind of interesting. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it does look a little blurry, at least to me. Anyway, let's hide the interface. Oh yeah, wait, I forgot you can't take screenshots and also record. But
Should have
hey,
brought an
that's
umbrella.
nice.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
All right. Also, yeah. I kind of don't want to do that because I don't know how far back it's going to put me, but I did forget that I want to do this. Yeah, give Alan Wake his classic outfit. And I think it's a little mean to tease me with the ability to have, like, the different things, because I think only if you pre-ordered the game, you would have gotten these. But yeah, continue. Continuing the final draft. Oop, that's a pretty fast loading screen. Oh, we're taking me all the way back, man. Oh, fuck a me. Damn it. I really thought it would have auto-saved
Hey,
at
kiddo.
some point, man.
How are you?
Alright, well,
I'm good,
enjoy
Mom.
this scene
How are
with
you?
me not talking over it.
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan?
What was with that Logan?
Bye, kiddo.
Come on, she's just having fun. But also, it's like, I don't know, I find it funny that she's like, this is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom.
Logan thinks you should try.
Like, I feel like it's not how a kid would phrase that, you know? They probably phrase it like, well, if you want to watch it with me, Mom, then you should have been here. And she would be like, oh, but honey, you know I have to go out. And then it's like, yeah, I know, Mom, it's all right. But, you know, when you come back, we can watch it again, or we can watch something else, you know?
Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay.
Alright, as long as you don't mind me thinking of you backing it up.
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
Sorry, I don't know, man. I'm, like, I don't know, I got one of those little, well, I had like a whole pack of them, but I only have like 2 left now.
Time to get to work.
This was over the course of like a really long time. But, those little, what are they called? It's like the classic sort of whiskey thing. Okay, she does start off with her coat here.
The crime scene.
Well, that's cool.
There's the car. So where's the deputy?
And hide interface just for a sec. Cool. Alright, exit.
By a bear? I'll check out that map.
Invitation. Did I miss that last time? Are we on the final draft? Okay, cool.
Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
But I want to get swallowed by the trees. That's my thing.
I should take a look at that map.
Ooh.
The Federal Bureau of Control? That's a new one. Toxic volcanic gas, huh?
The FBC is an obscure branch. It only shows up for unusual cases.
Well, what's so unusual about volcanic gas?
Beats me.
The rarest wildlife in the Pacific Northwest. Finally made my way to Cauldron Lake. The fence was easy to climb with the proper gear and skills, which I thankfully possess. Next goal, spotting the rare and elusive orange-crowned warbler. A little late in the season, but hopefully I can catch it before it begins its journey south. I've noticed intriguing behavior in the surrounding common bird life. They seem to be alarmed and swarm around the lake. No birds of prey nearby. There are some strange sounds carried on the wind, however. Nothing I can recognize or explain. Getting a little concerned. I might have to find another spot somewhere safer. Sounds are getting closer. Moved inland. Foliage is stunning. Must come back in fall. Had to stop and sketch this gorgeous fine maple. Just at the way the Methuselahs? I don't know how to say that word. Just the way the Methuselah's beard hangs off of it. This is why trees are better than people. Speaking of people, saw some drunk guy staggering around the forest earlier, acting weird. Maybe drugs? Get my distance. Should probably find another spot. So annoying. Oh, he saw one of the taken. Also, like, alcohol is a drug, dumbass. After I saw that weirdo guy, I decided to change spots again. Moved up the mountain a bit, found a fantastic overlook to camp at. But I'm more interested in this Alaska onion grass. Invasive, but edible and surprisingly tasty. Started hearing wolves or wild dogs or something like 10 minutes ago, but they sound wrong. Rabies? Want to leave, but the sun is going down and my stupid phone is dead. Gonna hide in the tent and hope they go away. Something's really not right about this place. Yeah, that's a get the fuck out of there, man. Like, even if you're wandering around, running, stumbling in the dark, you gotta get the fuck out of this place, man. Hiking trail. Good for me. Maybe not for thee. Oh, okay. I thought I was stuck there forever.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Welcome back, Max Payne. I mean, Alex Casey. I mean, Sam Lake. I mean, Alex Casey. Hmm.
I think I hear someone. Could be
Oh,
our deputy.
I can
yeah.
go take a look.
I like how these have like the fun facts about them that you can find later on, but you can't actually like read them now. Mm. Ah, nice. I got to hear the full dialogue this time. Look, man, I
Hey,
like dialogue.
over
I want
here.
to hear everything.
Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner.
Let
Alex
me look at
Casey.
the character. You animated her face. Why would you
Sorry
animate
about
her
that,
face if
ma'am.
I can't see it?
I'm Deputy Mulligan. I
Drives
just
me
figured
nuts,
that,
man.
you know, that, federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But
I
don't
don't have
worry.
anything against city
Sheriff
folk,
Breaker took
but
him back to town a
cities?
while
I don't
ago.
know, man. The city's like a bad place. It's kind of funny. I'm like the opposite of Casey, where Casey's in nature and he's like, this place gives me the fucking creeps. I could get killed here any moment and no one would even know or care. And it's like, I feel that way about about a city, man. I go wander around the city and I'm like, I don't know. Cities are kind of nice. Like, as an American that lives in not bad places, but places with literally like no public infrastructure to actually like move around, it's like nice being able to walk to places. Like that's a real novelty. Because it's like I could theoretically walk like fucking a couple miles to like a store so I could buy things and then fucking walk a couple miles back to my home. But yeah, it's like that's really all there is to do. I could take a walk around my neighborhood, but like, you know, it's it's like there's nothing like for me to actually walk to. Uh but yeah, let's just take a look at the body.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's
All
been
right, cool.
closed since the area was
But
fenced
yeah,
off. The store, the
so
campground, all of it.
like the bottom thing is like essential things you have to say,
They got it, Thornton.
while it's like the top you don't have to do. Okay, interesting. Good to know. Yeah, brief me,
What can
buddy.
you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell him about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton.
You weren't getting anywhere. You didn't say anything, man.
Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Says you. I have all my organs outside my body right now, and I'm doing just fine.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Shut up, Thornton. They can still hear you.
I'm just saying. You know I'm just a calm person. Yoga 3 times a week. But these goddamn city folk always think they know everything. It gets on my fucking nerves.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
For fuck's sake.
Oh man. Yeah, actually, this kind of reminds me of like I don't know what game it was that I was playing, but like I don't. Maybe it was like the Persona games. Maybe it was like something else. But ooh, wait, yeah, hold on. I don't know what macro does. What is macro? Yeah, macro makes no sense to me. Maybe one day I'll figure it out, but not for now. Portrait, I don't get. Evidence photo, that's kind of cool. Ooh, I like the filter on that. But yeah, no. Take me back to landscape. Ooh, that's pretty. Uh, let's also see an Alice photograph. Ooh. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Alright. Sorry, I'll stop messing about in like 10 minutes. uh, yeah, okay, so I have the max focus distance on. So what if I turn it all the way down? Hmm, interesting. Well, let's leave it there. What does this do? I have no clue. Ah, here we go. This is kind of what I was trying to do. Whereas, like, you have these guys clear and then you have the world blurry. Hmm. Alright. I think that's enough of mucking about. Cute. Hmm. Alright, cool. But yeah, shoot. Was I fucking saying something? I cannot for the life of me remember. Yeah, anyway. Hmm.
I need to think through the facts of the case.
Oh, okay. I thought she already said that.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head.
Cool.
The facts are on the board.
Let me leave though. All right, game. You didn't need to give me this tutorial the first time I played. You certainly don't need to give it to me the second time I fucking play. Like, why?
Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Ted Lane, dentist, stab wounds, bloating, bruising. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. So yeah, Wendy Davis, teacher, body bloated, large chest wound. Percy Wolf, store owner, bruising, heart removed, strange tattoos. All victims reported missing in 2010. No other commonalities. All right.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene. Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
I mean, it is kind of funny. Also, I really like this outfit, but it does bug me that her hair is like kind of clipping
Stairs
through
are
it.
up.
It's not
You
done
okay
in
to
such a
jump down?
jarring way, but it's done in a way that does bug me. Plus, I thought for this at least she would still keep her FBI jacket. Like, I wish she kept her FBI jacket more throughout the game. Because, like, when, like, from the second day onwards or something, she switches to, like, a green raincoat, which is still pretty good, but it's like, I don't know, the FBI jacket, it's got a look to it. The blue with the yellow
Hates
lettering,
nature.
it's pretty good.
Gives me a headache.
Find it iconic.
Too much sky.
You're an insane man, Casey. Ugh, all the sky. What's next?
back in a
Air?
second.
Water? Fucking nature? It disgusts me. I want to be in a concrete jungle, except it has nothing to do with a jungle. Alright. Don't mind me, just making sure I get everything.
Kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
See? Look at, why can't you let me do that? Why can't you let me do that, video game? Let me look at Saga's face, damn it. Alright, because I want to do it for Saga, I want to do it for Alan Wake. I want to do it for both of the player characters, man. You let me do it in Control. In Control, you can turn the camera around and look at Jesse's face. It's like, I don't know, I do it in Red Dead Redemption 2, I do it in The Last of Us, I do it in any game I can. Like, you go through the effort of animating a character's face, and then you're like, man, let's not have you look at it. I mean, some games I get it. Like, Red Dead Redemption 2, when you turn the camera around and you look at Arthur's face, it's like, it's not always perfect, it doesn't always match, but like, I don't know, it's still done decently. And like, honestly, a similar thing with like Cyberpunk. Like in Cyberpunk, if you're in a car and V is having like a phone conversation, like her face and lips will be like animated, or his face and lips will be animated depending on which V you play as. I prefer Lady V, but that's just because I really like Jeremy Lay, the voice actor for V. But like, what's funny about that is that it's like an automated thing. So like V will like lip sync to her own lines of dialogue as well as whoever she's calling. So she'll just be like having the whole conversation just by herself, and I find it to be really funny. uh, but yeah, but let me look at the characters' faces, man. All right. Well, on the bright side, it took me maybe. Oh
Get
God.
lost, Anderson.
Not a
Maybe.
bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Getting back to nature. I kind of get the joke. I kind of get the bit. But yeah, it only took me like
Damn.
15 minutes to
Should've
get
brought
to the
an
same place I
umbrella.
was.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
No.
Try explaining it one more time.
How much clearer can I make it, Mulligan?
Yeah, make it clearer. Say it again for me.
Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So,
Ah.
yeah, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Casey, help me out. Be my sensor here. All right, I'm gonna quickly do that.
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. You know, he didn't touch nothing. You know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp.
Ooh.
You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor.
Yeah.
Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Sorry, I'm checking out the chips, man. All right, you can tell a lot about a
Step
person based
one.
on what kind
Examine the corpse.
of chips they have. All right, these guys
I
are
think I saw
barbecue
something.
beef.
It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Yeah. On the bright side, I won't have to do much censoring for this video.
Inspecting the body, Anderson?
No.
A creepy twig sculpture? Wonder what's inside.
Wash your hands. Take
I
this
should take a
chicken
look
out of the
around for a
fridge.
way to
Take a
open
nap.
this thing.
Yeah. Can't you see finding clues, Mr. Casey? All right. Hi, dear.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
God, that I don't know. There's something so sweet about that. Where Saga is like, "Hey there, Mr. Deer." Aw, so nice. All right, so up, down, diagonal, intersecting, then left to right. Let us be a warning, you fellow trespassers. All right, they say a lake is a caldera, something formed by an erupting volcano or its sinkhole. It leaves in its wake. But what if that's not true? What if it's something else, something less natural, much more man-made, intentional? I say the lake's not formed. It's designed, and it has a purpose. The lake is a hiding place. Beneath the calm surface lies a secret machinery ready to be activated at the press of a button. And the people with the button, they're in that big house by the lake, preparing. I know it. First drawing, water line. Real calderas made from a volcano. Lava. Second drawing, water line. Engineered structure. Strange machines. It's all made. They made it all up. Alright, and now, so, okay. Here. I think I do. I think I pull this off before I run out of time, because I'm about to hit an hour. That. Then, fuck, I forget which one this was, but this one is definitely that. There we go.
Anderson! Hey,
Don't take anything if you aren't one of the trees.
can we?
No. I don't want to work. I want to explore. I want to have a fun time. Alright? No need to be a buzzkill, okay? Alright? It took me a damn hour to get over here. Oh, man. This video series is going to be really long, so I hope you're ready to strap in and you're prepared to stick with me. Or not, you know? Play the game yourself. Honestly, it's well worth it. It's a lot of fun. We haven't gotten any combat, though, so...